Yo, you listening to the Oprah Rose Show with TT and Gigi, and yeah, get it poppin'.
Thoughts. Everything begins with thoughts.
She's a slut, she's a hoe, she's this, she's that.
We say to girls, you can have ambition, but not too much.
It's about people being uncomfortable with women owning their sexuality.
What is the truest, highest vision that you hold for yourself?
I'm a real ass bitch, and I'm gonna get everything that I'm gonna get on my own.
I know for sure. You don't get what you wish for. You get what you believe.
What's up? What's up?
Hello.
It's just the two of us this week.
Yeah, intimate.
Oh yeah, I'm Dee Dee.
I'm Gigi.
And welcome to the Oprah Rose Show. I know we're a little late with because we come out on Wednesdays. So if you listen on Wednesdays, we normally got the episode out on midnight. But as our girl TT would say, who is not here with us this week, life be lifing. And so life was lifing, especially this week. And so we've all had collective things going on in our lives. But it's always good to catch up with my girls and have a little intimate session with Gigi.
Yeah. We haven't done this in a long time. I think the last time you were in LA and we were recording live. And that was
Yeah, we were like at the studio, Good Moms Bad Choices studio.
That's right. Yeah. How have you been?
Oh yeah, what a time. I've been good. I've been I feel like on a little high the last week. So obviously if you follow us on socials, the Oprah Rose Show on Instagram as well as Oprah Rose Show on Twitter, you would see that we were promoting my party, Girls Love the 2000s. And
Woohoo.
I know it was what I had wanted for the party is I wanted an event series that really celebrated women at the core. Like, women have always showed up for me. They always want to have a good time with the gays. And I wanted to make something that really brought women and gays together. Because I feel like a lot of times we'll hang together, but we'll go to different events. We're not always at the same thing. And one thing I loved about Ludlow House in New York, I mean, it's like the party house of the Soho houses, is that what B Major was doing with B Major and Friends on Saturdays really provided that space where you would walk up in Ludlow House and you know who you was going to see. And so I made sure I gave him his flowers too, and being like, yo, like when I talk about Girls Love a series, I'm essentially recreating what I experienced during my times of going to Ludlow House. And so it was literally that.
Oh,
We had over 200 people in the building, like even thinking of people coming up to me. 200 people. Oh,
that's
having
a lot
people
of
come up
on
and
the
being
first
like,
one.
the first one. People I hadn't seen in years, people I used to work with, people saying like, why is my line brother here? Like, which is like a funny thing because the person who said it to me is a gay man and his line brother's a straight man. And so they normally wouldn't be at the same party, right? And
Right.
I had hosts. So shout out to my hosts who were doing it as well. But they brought out their respective crowds. And so that's what I wanted. Like, I want shit like that where I was like, why are y'all not partying together? Like, y'all are line brothers. Like, y'all can party.
Right.
And so it was a great time. And I had another DJ, DJ C Devon. She assisted me, and we were just playing 2000s music all night. Just everybody just dancing, okay? Because one thing would
I
be like,
love
why y'all not dancing? But people was dancing.
Oh, good. That
Yeah,
seems to
it
be
was.
the theme for you when you're behind the booth.
Yeah,
Was that you put the girls dancing. I also love
I
that.
want y'all to dance. Yeah, because I'm a dance behind. So somebody, when I came off from a set, was like, "You look like you were having so much fun up there. You were dancing the whole time." I'm like, "Yes, we're listening to music, bitch. You weren't dancing." When I go back, I'm gonna call you out if you're not dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's about. Yeah, I'm tired of the
Yeah.
girls standing on the wall and being too
On the
cool for
phone.
school, on
Yeah.
their phone. Yeah, let's have fun.
We tired of that.
We
I
tired of that. It's
also
a
love
lot
that
going
you
on.
did a little homage to New York.
Yeah. I mean, it's, we both lived there for a long stretch of our 20s and
Mhm.
30s. It's like, it's in us. It's like who we
Yeah,
are is really a part of like our makeup now. Where, yes, I'm from Baltimore. I'll have the accent here and there, but innately, like, I feel like a New Yorker because it really like raised me and like my way of thinking and how I kind of like carry myself in a way.
yeah. Oh, New
Yeah.
York.
Oh, New York. What a
I watched
time.
the first Sex in the City over the weekend, and it just
Yeah.
it gave me that little feeling.
Yeah, really? Did you watch it on Netflix because it's on there?
No, I was it was on cable. Yeah, and I
Okay.
just
Oh, you
happened to
still
be
got cable?
no, I was at I was in a hotel.
Oh,
And
oh yeah, she was in a hotel. Come, this was
yeah,
Mother's Day. Happy belated Mother's Day.
thank you. Thank you. One day is not enough.
One
We
day
need
is not enough for y'all.
yeah, we need a week minimum. No kids, no job, nothing, but whatever. I'll take what I can get. So yeah, no, I just randomly watched it on TV and it made me miss all of the cool things about New York, you know. But
Yeah, that are just
yeah,
innately New York.
that are innately New York. Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout out to her.
yeah. It was there was this a photo that was going viral of Carrie knocking on the window of a restaurant. And they're
Mhm.
like, where's the couth? Why are you knocking on the door of a restaurant? But it's like, only in New York would you experience walking past a restaurant and seeing your friends sitting inside and knocking
Yep.
on the window to be like, hey, and not even go in. Just
Yep.
literally wave because I'm about to
Yep.
walk to the train.
Literally. I'm already 5 minutes late from where I need to
I'm
be. So
already late for something else. But it's like, you don't get that anywhere else. And so
no.
that is a show that will remind you because it's a time even like I didn't experience most of the things that are on Sex in the City, but you
Mhm.
experience a part of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember being, I don't know, 16, 17, working at Sam Goody in the mall.
Mm,
And because we didn't have HBO, so it was never like uh in my vision to like even know what this series was. And I
yeah,
saw the DVD sets for it in at work. And season 3, I'll never forget, it had like this pink cover and it just like I don't know, I was like, "What is this and why am I so intrigued?" I was like really, really engaged. So I bought season 3 and still to this day that is my favorite season. I don't know if it's because I'm biased
oh
because that was like my introduction to the show. Um, but ever since then I was like, I'm living here. Like I have to be in the city
yeah,
and experience it. So, it was definitely a, several years until I was able to live there. But some of the things like still reign true. Even though it changes aggressively a lot. And it's significantly different even now, me not having lived there for 4 years.
yeah,
It still has the same old feeling,
damn.
I
It
guess.
feels like it was longer since you moved. It's only been 4 years.
It's
Damn.
only been 4 years. Yeah, March 2024 made it 4 years.
Mm. Yeah, you were like right at the pandemic.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I feel like New York changes every 10 years. I feel like it goes through that because I experienced the little bit of end of the early 2000s. It wasn't the
Mhm.
early 2000s when I moved there. It was like 2011, but I was able to experience a little bit of what the people had then. And
Yeah.
literally 2013, that was gone.
Oh, yeah, for
And
sure.
2013 ushered in this like new wave of how New York was at that point. And I would even
Mhm.
get the stories of, oh, New York is totally different now. I miss when meatpacking was really meatpacking. We would go to
Oh, yeah.
APT and and RDV and
Come
and
on,
all y'all
RDB.
got now, right? All y'all got now was LeBain and the top of the standard, and I was like, that's not enough, like
I can't
but it's
believe
like
it's still
every
open.
which one.
LeBain.
And it's a little pedestrian these days.
Really?
It's
Okay.
not
Yeah, I would
it's not
never
as yeah, it's not as hard to get into as it was when we were saying names at the door that we
Yeah.
didn't know and just overheard to get in. Not as that
Wow, now it's
anymore.
giving
But
Bridge and Tunnel. How the mighty have fallen.
well, now I've read an article recently in the New York Times that New York is changing more into this like members only city in a way,
Yeah.
whereas a lot of this like member only clubs have kind of popped up across the city. Like, you know, the she one at the top of the list is Zero Bond, right? And then you just have the trickle down of all the rest of them that have popped up. That a
No, I
lot of
never heard of
the
that one.
Zero Bond.
Mhm.
She's an expensive one and very hard to get into, and that's the one everybody, when you think of like membership clubs in New York, I guess that's the one. It recently opened like 2, maybe 3 years, maybe not even 3, maybe 2 years ago. So it's pretty
Okay.
new. But that's the wave now. Everybody wants to be exclusive. And so New York is
Right.
now turning into this like exclusive club,
Got
which
it.
ew.
Yeah. I mean, it's very much, I don't know, I feel like the members only situation is it also a thing here? Um,
Mm,
like obviously you have, I don't, Soho House, anybody can, you know, it's probably the Malibu one that still has its cachet.
yeah,
And then San Vicente Bungalows. And then there's another one that's in Beverly Hills that I can't remember what the name is
yeah.
off the top of my head. But yeah, I guess.
Literally, I
And
guess.
you
Like, if
ain't paying for it.
honestly, when you got the coin, do what you want with it, right? Like, who am I to tell you where to go, how to spend your money? I've
Right.
been to San Vicente. She's cute. Like, literally, it's always a talking thing because I have it on my phone, like the little
Oh, yeah.
sticker.
Yeah.
So, San Vicente, they do not play about phones.
Oh,
They
they
put a
don't
sticker
play.
on your front camera and a sticker on your back camera.
Hmm.
There's no photo, video being taken there.
And they'll throw
Um,
you out if
but
you want it. Like if you call somebody or whatever, they don't play about that phone shit.
they don't play. No, they don't play because the clientele that's there, right? Like
Hmm.
the girls want to be exclusive.
They sure do.
Um, they do. But speaking of being exclusive, you mentioned that you were away for Mother's Day. I think you were
We
watching
just
cable. What was you doing?
we was just at a staycation, which I love. It's, with two little ones. I mean, well, Jesse basically an adult, but with one really, really little one, it's just easier to manage. Even though I still have to pack a whole bunch of shit because you just need so many things for other people.
Yeah.
So we were at the Waldorf, which is one of my favorite hotels in Los Angeles. Just perfect location. Um, just the little touches. The pool is great, room service great, JG rooftop great, restaurant
Cute.
great. It's just, it's just a vibe.
What part of town is the Waldorf in?
It's in Beverly Hills on
And
Santa Monica and Wilshire.
chic. She was like, I
Hmm.
mean, we just had a staycation. I mean, we just stayed at the Waldorf Astoria in Beverly Hills. The girls are exclusive but don't want to be exclusive. That is the
You know,
name of the episode. The girls are exclusive but they don't want to be exclusive.
I mean, I like nice things, you know. And it's funny. I was saying because Jessie, she whatever generation she's affiliated with,
I think
but
she's
she
alpha.
Alpha probably makes sense. Um, YouTube is her preferred show to digest. You know how like we would
Mm,
watch Nickelodeon and all those things. Like YouTube is her thing.
yeah.
She
Not
loves
YouTube as a show.
as a show. Because
Yeah.
it'd be like kids on there and they be having their whole like, playing with toys and sketches and all this other shit. So I was like,
Yeah.
it would be so funny if she um had a YouTube. I'm not doing this, but it would be funny if she had a whole YouTube that talked about hotels because she loves
Mm,
hotels and every time we do a lot of staycations here, but also like anytime we go, we try to stay in a really nice hotel, and that's just kind of her experience. And
Mm.
she's starting to understand, like, things like room service and guest experiences and, rooftops and lounge. Like, we had the girl at the damn rooftop at 10 o'clock at night. She's not 5, and had school
Right.
the next day.
Not on a Sunday. Not on the rooftop on a Sunday night. Like, you got your iPad, baby?
Thursday night. It was
Mm.
Thursday night. And usually we try not to have her have the iPad, but it was like a point of contention where she was like, I don't want to be up here with y'all. Like, I'm just want to eat my food and I want to go to sleep, but y'all got me out
Right.
here. So yeah.
Right.
Anyway, if we did
No,
that,
I mean,
that would be cool.
I love that idea. That's like train them up, right? And to any suitor that would like to date her when she's older, she likes
Yeah,
nice things.
she does. I don't know if I'm creating a monster or what, but
Absolutely. Absolutely. She's like, I've been on flight since I was 3 months. What are we talking about here?
yeah, she has a Delta Sky Miles account.
Yeah.
She
I mean,
knows
well,
about
she
all the
she
Sky
has
Club.
to. Yeah.
It's really hilarious. Yeah.
I love it. The girls are exclusive but don't want to be exclusive. So how was your Mother's Day?
It was good. I wish I could have relaxed just a tiny bit more, but it's hard to do when you have a new baby. Um, and when you also have other kids, like, you kind
Yeah.
of, it's just man to man coverage these days with me and Punch. So, oh, you
Yeah.
got Max? Okay, cool. Oh, you got Jesse? Okay, cool. Like,
Right.
because it's difficult to manage the two of them, but we were able to kind of get away for a little bit and get drunk. I got so drunk. I was like, I don't know, a kid in a candy store. And I was like, why did I do this? I haven't been this drunk in so long,
I mean, but what were you drinking?
tequila primarily. But I did insert a glass of Farniente Chardonnay in there.
Mm.
Because I wanted to kind of peel it back, and then I just went full steam ahead, just like, fuck it, you know.
Literally, fuck it to a hangover.
Yeah, fuck it right into a
Hangovers
hangover.
are the worst. They are the worst. I tell you, like, I don't drink as much these days. I'm sure I've talked about it on previous episodes. So I get you, right? Like, I
Yeah.
think my max these days is around 3 drinks.
Hmm.
Anything over that is like, oh, you're drunk and you may
Yeah.
have a hangover, so you better take that Advil before you go to sleep.
Yeah. I was just completely raw dog, and I ain't take no Advil, no BC powder, nothing. I was just
Yeah. And then
why
that
would
next
you do
day
this
is
to my
like you can't
kids?
even eat. Yeah, and
You
then you
know,
got the kids. You can't eat no food. Like,
it's just bad. But
yeah, it's bad.
that's okay. I didn't throw up or anything, so that's
Oh,
always
that's
good.
good. That's a win.
Yeah. But I think I'm going back to not having cocktails. I think I'm going back to just only drinking wine.
Yeah.
At least for
Listen, the girls are older. The girls
yeah,
are older, and the recovery is not as quick as it used to be.
yeah, yeah.
Hangovers are a full day, and I don't have the time.
I needed 3 days to be honest, but it's okay.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Anyway, um, the girls are not fighting anymore.
It has been quiet on the fighting front this week.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
the first time since we have been back that it has been a quiet week for fighting.
I think it was like people trying to poke the bear. Like I think I seen some like 50 Cent Christian Combs shit, but whatever. Like we don't care about that.
Yeah.
But
No.
fights that we do care about, it's been a little quieter on the home front. So I think we're finally starting to put our wigs back on from the planetary disjunction that had everybody all toe up.
I blame
Um,
Megan Thee Stallion.
and she's just living her life. She's like,
Living her life.
she fucking lit the match and just threw it on the gasoline and said and walked away from it, you know.
And walked to a tour. Walked
Mhm,
into a tour. Yeah.
um, yeah.
Child. But
So,
yeah,
with,
it's been interesting.
yeah, with Drake and Kendrick, who you think won, and do you think it's over?
Who do I think won, and do I think it's over? I
Mm-hmm.
think the thing about this beef is that it played out differently than big beefs in the past, where
Mm-hmm.
there was social media. That's the big part of this beef that was not existent in, like, Biggie, Tupac, the
Jay-Z,
list goes on. Jay-Z,
yeah.
Nas, right? Like, they had the streets, right? But they didn't have this sensation with memes, meme culture, and people continuously talking about it. So when I answer the question around who won, hands down it's Kendrick, because you got social media like literally playing Not Like Us like it is the first single from this man's album,
Yeah.
right? Like, where people are I played Not Like Us during my set on last Friday, and
Mm-hmm.
people screamed when they heard I See Dead People. They literally screamed, and
Wow.
screamed in a way of excitement, right? Not like, oh my God, why are you playing this? No, like, they not like us. They not like they were screaming the song to the top of their lungs. Like, y'all are screaming, calling this man a pedophile. Like, all these other things that are in this song, y'all have completely ignored and are right. A minor, like, the song itself is like so catchy, so good. Shout out to Mustard, shout out to Kendrick. Like,
Mm-hmm.
the one thing about the beef was that people were saying that Kendrick couldn't make a club song, right? He was
Yeah.
doing all this like music. Like, I even said it. Like, when y'all would put the shit in the group chat that he was posting, I was quiet because I'm like, I'm not listening to this quadruple entendre shit. I want to dance. And he did
He
that.
wasn't
He
trying
did
to do
just
the
that.
Fred Hunt.
No, I'm not doing that. But he made the people dance, and he played in Drake's backyard, which is the Billboard Hot 100.
Mm-hmm.
That is Drake's claim to fame as a rapper. And he's still, with this song, like, creating like historic moments of listenership. Number one on Billboard. There are 3 Drake diss songs in the Billboard Hot Top 10 right now.
That's crazy.
Like, what? Euphoria is number 3. Like that's number 6. Like,
Wow. And I heard his catalog went up. I don't know, increased.
catalog listenership went up. So he
Yeah.
got to come out with an album this summer.
Kendrick doesn't operate on our time.
I know. I know.
It would be
I
great
know.
if he did, but
I
he
know.
doesn't operate on our
Capitalize on it. Do something with the momentum.
He's not a capitalist, you know?
Damn, you ate me up with that one just now. I said capitalize. He's not a capitalist.
Unintentionally.
You ate me up.
He's you know, he's the polar opposite of Drake. Now, if the roles were reversed, that would have been Drake. You know, his lane is
Oh
party in
yeah.
the summertime and all of that. So,
Yeah.
which we still need that. We still need a little
He's
one
going to hit
more.
us with Honestly Nevermind too at this point.
Yeah.
Like, he got to go so left with the sound to like
Mhm.
act like that never happened. So
Yeah,
I guess
got
to the
to.
second question you asked, is it over? Do you think it's over?
I think this this fight, like if we want to look at it as boxing, this current fight is over, but I don't think that it's dead. I
Mm,
think that um, you know, both of them may probably still drop some nuggets about the next person. I don't know that it will be like a continuation of like, talking about family members or whatever, but no, I don't think it's done. No, I just think that
yeah.
this portion of the fight is done. Um And one thing I also heard about Kendrick is that he's not, um, I don't want to say monetizing, but you know, when you, if you try to post a video on TikTok or Instagram with your music and it's not like licensed through that or something like that, like they can take it down. Like he's not doing that. And he's letting people make money off of
I
using
love
this.
that.
Their stuff goes viral.
I love
Um,
that.
right?
Yeah. Because it's also like that's like the first thing I talked about was the idea of the social media aspect of what's happening,
Mhm.
right? And
Yeah.
so a lot of it, like I literally posted on Twitter yesterday, there was this young man in Toronto who was rapping not like us in public. And it
Mhm.
was shot so well. It's literally him with these Apple
No,
headphones on.
no, Toronto,
You saw
really?
it?
Oh, fuck with
You
you. What? I didn't
in
see it.
Toronto.
But
So I'm gonna send it to you after we finish, and I'll post it on the socials for y'all to see it as well. But like he's literally rapping, dancing, the whole thing, like and rapping in people's faces. And then you got some people looking at him like he's crazy. And then some people like rapping along, and even at the end is like, and like step this way. Are you my friend? Are we like? It's like this white lady dancing with him, like now step this way, step this way. So it's like the song is such a good energy feeling song, which is so fucking crazy. And to
the
your
name.
point about the right, and like that's why I think it's not over because when you think about the fucking lyrics, y'all said some crazy shit about each other.
Mhm.
And I think people are forgetting that. Like Drake, you said his son is not his son and it's Dave's son, and you calling the man a pedophile, and you saying the friends getting the hand-me-downs, and we not talking about clothes. Like it's so much negative things that y'all have said about each other that's kind of vile and disgusting
Yeah.
that's why I think it's not over.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it got the people excited.
Yeah. I
Not
guess.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Cause what
Um,
no, cause what Drake gonna do?
you know what? I think he was being a little unrealistic about being at the top for so long, which was like very
Mm,
phenomenal, his run. And I don't know that I think his run is over, but I think it is a reality check slightly. Like the game don't really like love anybody, you know?
right.
Um, and you have to continue to like evolve, you know? It's amazing that you stayed in this place for 15 years, and I may even be wrong with that number. I don't know, but it's definitely over 10.
Over
And
10, yeah.
the expectation to stay there is just unrealistic, you know?
Yeah.
So in the same way that he's staying there, right? Like, um, I think he has to find his evolution, you know, a little bit, but he all right because he's a great hit maker. I think he's just
Yeah.
find a way to not be a colonizer in Kendrick's work.
Mm,
And
right.
it's
Like,
I
BBL
relate.
Drizzy. BBL Drizzy.
Yeah,
BBL Drizzy.
yeah,
Like, it's so many lines. Like, hearing 200 people yell to the top of their lungs, freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God, is something you run it back.
yeah,
And
yeah,
as Drake or a fan of Drake's affiliates, they're not stopping playing that because you're here. So what
yeah,
happens then? Like there's
yeah,
nothing to play after that that's Drake that you're like, all right, we're gonna play this and y'all gonna go up again, right? At the moment.
yeah,
Damn,
yeah.
is it giving 50 Cent and Ja Rule?
No, I don't think so. Not at all. Not at all. No.
I thought Ja was gonna bounce back from that, and it's unfortunate he didn't.
Yeah, no, Drake gonna be all right. I'm not worried about that. I just think it's a little reality check for him. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can't be an asshole too. You gotta, you know, treating people right goes a long way. It goes further than you think, you know.
Listen now. Listen now. Speaking of, I saw this interview that Mama Tina had did. She did it with a podcast, and I like retweeted it on Twitter. It's with a podcast called Naked Beauty. And essentially she was talking about the fact that Beyonce always compliments people when she meets them. And so I was agreeing with that, and being that you just got to treat people nice, even when you meet them for the first time. Right. And so you have to, I think it was, she was saying it was from her mother who taught her, who taught Beyonce, like, you have to be nice and say pleasantries to people and compliment them when you first meet them, because
Yeah.
it's the nice thing to do, right? And so I think it's things like that are lost art, and just kind of
Hmm.
remembering just try how to treat people. And
Yeah.
listening to that made me think of it, and I was like, that was a really good example. Even going back to like Mother's Day, right? And like
Mhm.
your mother teaching you around how to treat people.
Right.
Yeah,
His
that was
mom
it
seemed
was a
like a
it was a
nice
good one.
lady. I don't. Maybe it just didn't stick. I-
Everybody want to be a thug.
Yeah, that cosplay thug shit is very weird. It's weirdo behavior.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
because he wasn't always that. So I don't know
no,
why he felt like he had to morph into that to stay relevant. But
it's very
to
odd.
call it out, yeah, and I think even with him to call it out, it's like he's morphed into so many different things. He's been Jamaican, he's done UK grime, he's done R&B singer, thug rapper, like, dare I say, Nigerian singing as well, and like, he's kind of trying to do a little bit of everything to stay
Yeah,
relevant.
and I think it's okay to like uplift that music and that sound without gentrifying it. And I use that for lack of a better word.
Yeah, because when did, like, you put on the whole accents?
Hmm.
Yeah, child.
Anyway,
Well, listen. Well, so the people are mad at the moment, and they mad to themselves that Mary J. Blige has a boot. Finally, my sister got a boot, but
look at
they
me.
complaining about the price.
It's Mary J. Blige. You thought she was gonna do Steve Madden collaboration?
Come on, she said Giuseppe Zanotti.
Right. So
Now,
what's the
come on.
like? Okay, Giuseppe, at least 1,000, 13, 14.
1,295. So you around that.
Like 13.
There are these beautiful like bronze
Yeah.
mirrored colored boots.
Hmm.
And they're sold out.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
to the haters they sold out. So to the haters in that dancery, you are projecting to yourselves.
like, I understand that you're mad that you can't afford a $1,300 pair of shoes. I get it. There was a long time where I couldn't afford a $1,300 pair of shoes, and even now, I would say that I can't afford a $1,300.
Even now, like,
Even
even
now,
now, does Giuseppe have Klarna? Do they have
no.
Afterpay?
I just smile and hope my man will buy them for me. But
I know that's right. Click your heels 3 times, sister.
yeah, because I'd rather just, put it in my little savings account. Or if it's something that I really, really want really bad, then I have no problem. But yeah, anyway, I understand the disappointment, but I think you have to know your audience. You have to know, like, Mary J. Blige is not doing no motherfucking shoe collab with Steven.
Okay.
Okay. Like, it's not happening, sweetie. That's like saying Beyonce is going to release a shirt with Forever 21. Like, which I don't know, she might, but I highly doubt it. Or Rihanna for that.
I mean, maybe like a tour, right? Like the tour merch.
Yes, tour merch, yes, but like
Not a line
not
starting
something.
with
Yeah,
Forever 21.
no. Mm-mm. No.
I didn't bat an eye. I didn't say, "Oh my gosh, this boot price." Like, if the queen of over the knee boots finally decides to do a boot collaboration,
Yeah.
why not it be with Giuseppe Zanotti,
Why not? Why not?
the king of boots?
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh well. Sorry to them girls.
Mm.
Glad that the queen sold out.
Okay, the queen sold out. Look, I'm in the comments and they saying I see this boot selling out. Somebody said, "Well, baby, it's only a size 6 and size 12 available." And then somebody said, "Damn, the size 6 is gone." So yes, go off. They was giving real-time updates under this tweet.
Wow, go off.
Okay.
She gave y'all affordable wine, child. Like, go buy her wine if you can't buy her boot.
Go buy the wine. Go buy the wine. And then the people, like, somebody, I don't mean to say it like this, but the first comment I see complaining is a man. Why are you complaining? You're not the target audience.
You know, niggas being
We have had Mary J. Blige since 1994. If her fans in 94 were 20 years old, back in 94, that was 30 years ago, they 54 now. The 54, 55-year-old women can afford a $1,300 boot. Like, what are we talking about?
They can afford some goddamn Essence Festival tickets to go down there, have a hotel room, see her, stay for 3 days, flight from New Orleans or to New Orleans, like Essence Festival.
Not flight from New Orleans to New Orleans. They just went to the airport. Like, we just gonna hang out here for a second.
You know, there is not cheap. The doll isn't cheap.
I get you. I get you, sister. I get you. Get the VIP package on that bitch, okay?
Listen, I'm happy for her.
I'm happy too, because the data that you get from that too, to be able to say, like, your boot sold out in one day. This is, primarily the locations of where it's selling. Like, that's gonna help her to be able to be like, yo, I can do my own.
Yep.
And this is a price point that I can sell it at. So
Although
shout out to her.
I will say that I think the cachet of her partnering with a prestigious designer is also impactful.
Doesn't go without saying. Absolutely. Yeah. And I like that she did it that way first, rather than just coming out with her own boot. Because had it been the Mary J. Blige shoe collection and it was $1,300, it's like, oh girl, what's going on?
Yeah.
Then I shouldn't say I get why people would say it, but in a way I get why people would say it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you been keeping up with all of the news around the Housewives and the shakeups of the cast?
Yes, and I'm here for it. I know, my favorite franchise at the moment is Beverly Hills. I guess because also I live here, but I do like the cultural diversity of the cast. I like that aspirational, like, uber rich white woman who just Sutton, aka Sutton, who just be in their own world. But I do like the the placements of Garcelle, Bouvet, etc. I do think that the announcement of how you say her name, Bozoma, whatever, St. John.
St. John.
Yeah. I think that that's very interesting.
A girl that knows how to pivot, honey.
It's given career scam, respectfully.
I have to stand.
I say that with no hate. The fact that you
at
keep
all. We went from it's from Pepsi to Uber to Netflix. Like, I have to stand. And then being chief marketing officer at two of those companies.
I think the gag is that she never really stays long. Also, like maybe a year. So this homegirl, she stuns in the interview. She stuns in the interview. She has the resume. But then when it's time to get behind the desk, it's like, what's this
The
sign? I
desk is
can't
empty.
read.
The desk is empty. It's waiting for somebody else to come fill it.
It's oh yeah, let me just tell everybody below me what they need them to do. Or it's
That's
just,
it.
I'm still onboarding.
On board for like 6 months.
I'm still understanding the leadership.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still
Mm-hmm.
trying to wrap my head around the trajectory and the goals of the company. Don't let it be a bad year, you know.
Oh, because now you got to wait on my strategy. You got to wait on it. I'm gonna give you little bits and pieces of what I'm saying, but I ain't
Yeah,
gonna put it out there for y'all yet.
but shout out to her. That that's just a little friendly read, because baby, if I could do it, best
Because if I
believe,
could do it, I would do it. Okay, if I
best
could do
believe.
it, I would do it. The ultimate millennial.
Yeah, and white men been doing that shit for fucking centuries. So shout out to her.
Absolutely,
Um,
absolutely.
I am interested in seeing how she will mesh with the cast because I don't really feel like they've had anyone of her, and I could be wrong because I haven't watched the full all of the seasons of Beverly Hills. I'm a late bloomer with this franchise, but to my knowledge, and again, I could be wrong. I feel like they haven't had anybody of that like careers, like ambitious career sector like her. You know, like it'd be successful actresses, talk show hosts. I know that Crystal started like a company that she was able to sell for millions of dollars, which is, really dope. But we didn't see Crystal going into an office or,
Right.
making calls about work or business. We saw Sutton
Never.
open up a store.
Right.
But again, she was a housewife for many years. So that venture for her was new. Like we haven't seen anybody, at least I have not seen anybody be like, oh yeah, I'm coming from all of these, you know, uh, I forget what you would call them, successful tech companies, etc. Fang, I guess that's what it is, or I think that's like the
Yeah,
lingo.
because would she really be a housewife? To your point,
No, no. So it's going to
technically,
be,
no.
I don't even know if she's married. Which obviously you don't need to be married to
I
be on the show,
believe.
but I'm just really curious to see what her dynamic will be and how she gonna interact and read and like get along or not get along. Dorit be a little loopy with her words. Like I'm just very interested in seeing how this will go, but I will be tuning in.
Oh, absolutely.
Mhm.
I just love when they shake the cast up, and shout out to shaking it up with some Black women. We love it,
Yeah,
being inclusive as well, and being able to tell our stories because there's many different facets of us.
yeah,
And even thinking about that with the Real Housewives of Atlanta, so everyone had been just saying for the last 2 seasons that things just needed to change, and so we
hmm,
saw the first person of Candy make an announcement that she wasn't coming back to the show.
yeah.
And everyone's like, oh my God, you've been on there since season 2, blah, blah, blah. So you just knew that the cast was going to be shaken up. And then you saw that Portia was coming back. And I'm sure that's
All that
probably why
mess with
Candy
her.
left. No shade. No shade.
Mm,
No shade.
really? Why you say
But,
that?
well, you know that they had the whole thing with you asked to eat me out shit
Yeah, yeah,
and the
yeah.
freak
But
dungeon. And
I felt like the season before Portia left that they were able to kind of be a little bit more
mm,
cohesive or like it's cool, cool, you
right.
know?
Yeah, no,
Um
I get you. I get you.
Now
Maybe.
I know Phaedra was the one that she was definitely not gonna film tape with, be in the same room with.
Right.
Um
And now Phaedra's on Married to Medicine, so we knew she wasn't coming back.
yeah.
But Phaedra's back, and she brought along Shamia. Shout out to Shamia for getting a peach after
Shout out to
15
Shamia.
years of being
Yeah.
a friend of the show. Um, but I mean, there's a lot with Portia, right? Because of
Mm-hmm.
Simon and the
Mm-hmm.
pending divorce, and Fallon being part of this as well, because Fallon was a friend of the show and that whole thing. So I'm interested in how much Portia will give us this season, because there's a
Or
lot to talk about.
how much she's allowed to,
Mm.
because
I hope that's
Simon
not a
is.
thing.
I think it might be, only because
Ugh.
Simon is one of those little messy bitches on Instagram.
Okay.
In one of his posts, I do believe he was saying that he wanted a judge to stop the use of him, anything about him, as it pertains to the show, um, which he's able to do. Now I don't know if he already signed a contract or something like that, or not, but this is definitely a messy divorce, and he uh, pings me as someone who would be incredibly spiteful and not willing to let her be successful in her return, her triumphant return. So, yeah, I mean,
But because he wanted
honestly,
to be part of it, he want to be on the
that
show. He want to be all in the videos, dancing too.
Mhm. And they don't get no check. It's like the wife or the woman that you filmed with, you're at the mercy of her getting, a piece of the money, but she ain't gonna give him that.
No, absolutely not. Like,
So,
this ain't the Real House Husbands of Atlanta. This is not what this is.
although he could probably
Child.
get past with his messy ass.
You said
He,
Simon could?
hmm
Yeah, I'm not interested in anything he has to say.
Me neither.
But yeah, I will be watching, because Atlanta needed this shakeup. I think there are 3 new women on the show. I don't know their
Mm,
names offhand. I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
much about them,
Yeah,
but I'm
same.
interested in
Very
seeing
ended.
the dynamic. I'm a tune on in, right?
Mhm.
Um, just like I'm currently still tuned in.
I'm also happy that Drew Sidora is back. I
Oh
don't think
yeah,
we knew
Drew
that
is
she was
back.
coming back for real. But she had first chair and was carrying the torch last season. So I want to uh get an update on her story
Yeah,
with her
and she's a
tackling
fun
that
girl.
ex-husband. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the cast now is skewing, I guess, quote unquote, younger, right?
Hmm.
Um, and so she's a fun young girl, and I like, I'm interested to see the dynamic of Drew, Portia, and Shamia,
Hmm.
and like what their escapades are, and that whole thing. Because Kenya's coming back too,
Hmm.
and
She pushing
yeah,
60, honey.
I don't know how that dynamic will work, but we'll see.
Yeah.
But Sheree, they got Sheree out of here. She by herself again.
Right.
So she's
Actually,
not on the show. They got Marlo out of here. Marlo's not back either.
I like Marlo, but
Um,
that was also a right choice.
yeah. She did what she needed to do. She had her peach finally.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. No need to still be there. No. No.
Yeah.
But you know who I'm getting tired of already?
Ooh.
Natalie on Summer House Martha's Vineyard. She thinks she on the vineyard. She thinks she's a cast member.
She thinks she's a cast member.
So I'm sure
I
y'all
would
listened
own
to
her
last
ass
week's episode,
right the
and
fuck
we
up.
had last week's episode we had Preston on, and I love Preston on the show. He broke the fourth wall, gave us a sense of what filming is like,
Hmm.
and I'm like, oh, Natalie's being messy. She's carrying a storyline, as Preston would say.
Hmm.
Because
Yeah,
this whole Nick thing and Nick being a little touchy feely, they blew it up. I feel like,
they did. They
at least
did.
from what I saw.
Yeah, it wasn't fair to him. Um, the girls with Jordan and Summer, they corrected him. They said their piece about it. And I guess he, backed off and did what he was supposed to do. But then the other girls, like bringing it back up in front of an outsider and then not standing 10 toes down on what they said, like that's some pussy ass shit.
Yeah, yeah. I saw Amir do this interview recently that was going viral this week, and he was saying that he wants Natalie to be a cast member if he comes
Of
back to the
course.
Buffs.
Of course you
And
do.
of course
That's
you
why
do.
you told her, that's why you ain't say nothing to her when she was trying to be messy and get in Tasia face and have a moment with her. She was trying to have a moment and you encouraged it. You're like, yeah,
Yeah, you
producers
encouraged.
love that. Boop, boop, boop. We need season
Right.
3. I can't just keep schmoozing with Andy. Like, yeah, we got to make this shit hot.
Right.
But no, that was
He's
not her
clicking
fate.
down.
It's,
I'm not
yeah,
a fan of his this season as I was
yeah.
first season. Like, I hate to say it, when some people get in a relationship, it's not for the betterment of them.
And I probably would have broke the fourth wall. If I was in the house, I would have been like, you ain't on the show, Natalie. So why are you pushing this? You over here just
Why are you
lighting
pushing?
flames. Why are you lighting fire ablaze? Like, get out of here.
Why are you pushing this? This has nothing to do with you. We
Not a
were
damn
talking as
thing.
women outside. No one asked you to do this.
No. Actually, when
And
is
you're
your
destroying.
flight? It's time
Well,
for you to go. It's time. When is your flight? When is your ferry? When are you leaving, darling? Your time is up.
and Amir, you can go with her.
Hmm.
You're nice to look at, but you're getting on my nerves.
Yeah, she was mad the whole time he was filming. Like, but now you come in the house and you want to start some mess. You was jealous.
You got a point. You got a point. You got a point. And
Now
then
I'm
when she
wondering
came
why
in
you
the
with
house, then when she came in the house, she was being very like standoffish and like
him.
not welcoming, not warm
Nope,
because of the other women in the house when they showed the montage of yo nigga being all up in the other girl's face. It was not the other way around, sweetheart.
that part.
So why are you
That
mad at them?
that part.
I just said earlier how you're supposed to come into a situation complimenting people, being nice, and acting like you got some sense.
Mhm.
The people don't have sense.
Nope.
And she was even like demeaning to him a little bit the episode before, where she was basically saying she makes more than him and she does $1 million homes, he does like family houses, and he worked for her. And I'm like, oh, they were like in the jacuzzi talking about that, and I was like, why is she talking down about this man like that? Like, he didn't just start doing real estate a couple years ago. Like,
Well, her shady ass.
okay.
She about to be a member on the show.
Oh,
Her little shady
absolutely.
ass.
Yeah, absolutely. He's like, if people can bring their significant others, when we do grown trips, we bring our significant others. Like, I don't want to just be doing trips with my friends all the time. What? That makes zero sense. Do a trip with your friends. If you're listening to this right now and you're in a relationship and you have friends, please do trips with your friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do trips with your significant other too. Bring them on trips as well. But
Yep,
have moments with just your friends.
that part.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Well.
Well, mm, I don't
I'm
have.
like, where are we going now?
We're so overdue for a trip and figure something out.
I know we are. I mean, we always keep referencing when we did Palm Springs that year. And I know you can't recreate moments, because those are the moments. But I want to recreate that moment
As do I.
because it was a good one.
It really was.
Mm. I'm like, how can we figure this out? I feel like everybody's summer is kind of like already scheduled out.
Oh, mine ain't.
Not my name. Well, I
Mine
mean,
ain't.
you're a new mom.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
not a new mom, but a mom of a
A
under
new
6-month-old.
child.
But soon, next summer.
Yeah, maybe. Well,
Damn.
no, next summer is definitely. I'm saying maybe this summer. Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
counting.
okay.
I'm not counting myself out. Yeah,
Don't count me out. What
yeah,
Kendrick say? Now I'm a Kendrick
Took
fan
the
all of a
words,
sudden.
took
What the
the
fuck?
words out of my mouth.
What the fuck? I love when you count me out.
A song.
Oh. Well, TT, we've missed you this week.
Yeah, we did.
And
We did.
apologies to the listeners that this was a little late, but better late than never.
Yeah, life be life, and
Child. And when life be life, and sometimes you gotta roll up that damn backwood, okay?
that
Because what else are we gonna do when we have a moment and we need to like just sit back for a second and just like relish in what's happening and be like, these people is crazy.
Lord knows I need it too. Actually, I love this because let me share this with the people because I went to the store and I discovered a new backwood product that really, really, really warmed my heart.
Ooh,
And it's true.
ooh.
It's true rap. Let me
Okay.
show y'all. It don't got no.
Oh, it's like,
Don't look at my nails. They're terrible. It ain't got no tobacco in it. It's
oh
just the
wow,
leaf.
that makes it so much easier.
It's just the wrap itself. I am so happy about it. I'm so happy
Wow.
about it because I mean, what I will say is that when you have a backwood, it's important, or not as important, but one of the things that make a wood is that the whole like breaking it down process.
Hmm.
Using the knife, unrolling it, open it up with your fingernail, like whatever you use. Um, but it's really great for those moments where you don't have that level of time commitment, or you want to just be a little bit more cleanlier with your guts, that you have the option to go
Very fair.
gutless. And
Okay.
actually, shout out to Good Moms because they put me on to the Rolling with Honey. I stole this from the Waldorf. I'm over
Not
here.
you took the honey from the Waldorf.
Yeah, I'm about to use this to roll it up to make
I
it
know that's
stick.
right.
Yeah,
Oh, so even
the
with the
sealer,
taste, it's a sealer.
sealing component. Yes, yes, yes.
Work.
Yeah. So
Okay. Okay. Because when I think of sealing, I'm like, you just lick it, for the final time. But then you gotta when you lick it, some people be doing like the lighter over top of it to seal
oh
it
yeah, yeah,
to make
yeah.
it
That's what
dry.
I do.
But
But I'm about to try that and still use the lighter as to make it lock in. But I also feel like this
come
is a
on.
little bit more sanitary,
Yeah.
especially if
Yeah.
you're sharing. Um, so shout out to Good Moms. I'm gonna let y'all know how this
Yeah.
goes. This is my first time trying it with the honey. Um,
That's a cute way of doing it. I
yeah,
mean, I just like the idea of the wraps, right? Because so I learned how to roll with blunt, and apparently that's the hardest way. And I'm like glad I learned the hard way. But
yeah,
like the idea of breaking it down was always just like, oh, I gotta throw it away, and do I
yeah,
have something sharp to cut it
yeah,
with? Because when you do it with your nails, them edges is raw. Okay, they
yeah.
are not clean edges. They are not clean edges. So shout out to Backwoods for having wraps, right? Because it's like
Right.
I ain't
They
gotta
can
worry about none of this. I don't
oh,
even okay. I don't even need me a little trash bag to throw the guts out. Like
no,
we good. We good.
yeah. Shout out to them. I love a brand that just stays, on point.
Okay. That
Yeah,
gets it. That
yeah,
gets it.
that they understand how, people consume and use it. And it looked like they did their research. They probably did like a little study in a little focus group and
A
said,
focus
the data
group.
shows
Okay, the data shows
the
the
data
people what the people need, what some of the
Mhm.
people need, right? Like in this sector, this is what the behavior is. So how do we make their lives easier and increase sales?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
So
what Mary J. Blige was doing with Giuseppe Zanotti, okay?
that part, literally that part.
Oh, well, we don't have tea this week, but I do have a quote. So I'll end us
Yay.
with the quote this week.
Okay.
Um, every day, I try to remember that the life I have now was something that I prayed for. Even with all the challenges, the confusion, the frustration, the times when I get upset, I asked to get this far. I wish for all of this, and I'll continue to wish for all of this.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all life is. Just continuing to manifest, looking back and being like, I'm living the life I prayed for at one time. And it's just like continuing to watch your growth.
Yeah.
It's nothing like it. I literally just got chills because it's like you're sitting in a prayer at that moment. Even
Mm-hmm.
when you complaining, the day not going right, the week not going right, somebody got on your nerves, you had to pull out the backwoods, do your thing. But
Mm-hmm.
it's the life you prayed for, and
Yeah.
keep praying for it.
Yeah. I love that.
Brum,
Let me
brum,
keep
brum,
praying,
brum, brum,
child.
brum.
Let me keep praying.
Okay.
'Cause
Keep praying. Keep praying.
life is on my head top. But we here.
It's gonna smooth out for you, baby. It's gonna smooth out for you.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, we'll be back next week.
Alrighty. Bye.
Holla.